Going live. StreamYard sure goes live fast compared to EVMux. It says it could take a couple of minutes, but I've never had it take longer than 20, 30 seconds. Not 30 seconds, but StreamYard's really fast in comparison. I don't know what any others. I haven't compared it to any other ones. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you. What's on your mind tonight, anyways? Anything new coming up? Oh, we got that one dog that howls tonight now. I mean, barking is one thing. Howling like oh is something completely different again. Even if there was a law, what would anybody do about it? And the other ones can hear them, but they don't follow. They're not following along, at least. That's the main thing. We don't want them following along in suit. Got to make sure I get all my stuff packed up and ready to go back. Get it all in the suitcase. I didn't buy anything extra, so I shouldn't have extra stuff to go back as opposed to when I came here. Less pills to take back. Sandra. Finally caught you online. Finally caught me online. You did you? What are you up to? What time have you got where you are? It is now 7:05 here, my time. So where are you in the world again? Tomorrow, oh yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow I've got to go and pick up my laundry. And I gotta write down what I've got to do next. Sometimes if I don't write down what I gotta do, I'll forget about it. 8:05, so you're an hour later already. Ohio, okay. So it's 8:05. I don't know the U.S. States very well, like where they are in relationship to anywhere else. I mean, the usual ones, like Florida and New York and California, sure. I'm talking the ones in the middle more. But you've been busy working. Well, at least it passes your time if that's one thing. If you want the time to go quickly, doing something at least doesn't matter whether your time goes quick or not. At least you're actually physically doing something. I got to do more walking. I don't do enough of. Seems like the table's just vibrating too much. Stream elements. Okay, so that's how long have I been on here? It took that much time for stream elements to come on. Oh, 5 minutes. How am I doing? I'm doing all right for an older fellow. My my back, where I broke my back was, where the actual bones were broken, like that area really hurt badly the first night. The second night it was even better, but I don't feel that area at all. It feels like nothing happened there, which is strange because I feel hurt otherwhere. Like, seems like my ribs, where they are your ribs attached to your spine somewhere along the way there? Well, that's where it feels like it. I don't know how long those bones should take to, if they're just bruised, but that's where I feel sore, like all, not all the time continuously, but uh, today, tomorrow, the next day, it's just there. That's like an old age ache and pain. Oh, oh, you didn't. I guess maybe you didn't hear. I broke my. It rained one night. I could hear it raining, and usually when it rains here, it just falls like crazy, and then it's over in a no time, 10, 15 minutes, and it's over. But this rained all night long, and then I get up in the morning, and I'm about 30 feet from the door to get in the front door where I sleep, and I look over, and the whole floor has got uh, like dirt and branches and dirty water on top, pretty high up, almost up to where I'm sleeping. And so oh wow, it got rained so much the water came inside. So I opened the front door, and then there's a 6 inch drop, and then you're into the patio area, the carport area. And I looked at that whole 6 inch drop was covered in dirty, muddy water floating just up to that high, floating just. So I went back in the house, and I didn't even go out. I was just standing at the door, and I mopped up and cleaned up the inside of the house here, and then it took a little while. The streets weren't didn't the runoff didn't go away quickly. Like, it just stayed for quite a while. So then I look outside again later to see where the water level was, and it was out finally out to the street, and the carport was just, it was not dry, but I mean it wasn't, the water wasn't there anymore. So that 6 inch stepped down there, and it's really shiny tile. That's where I stepped on and slipped. And usually I break my ankles when I fall from that distance. I broke my ankle twice, but there I fell right on that ledge. Everything's made of cement here, and it's all tile. There's no carpet anywhere because it would rot. The humidity would get it. So anyway, I slipped and fell with my back right on that 90-degree edge drop, that 6 inch drop down. And I even heard the crack. I heard, I could hear two, not vertebrae, but I forget what they call that. Process bone back there. Two of them broke. And I always associated broken backs with, like, now you're paralyzed from neck down or from waist down or whatever. And I was just I hurt like crazy. Let me tell you, I had to crawl back in the house and back into bed and laid there for until I could figure out what just happened. But yeah, it hurt pretty good. And then the guy that I'm staying with, he comes home from work, and he wanted to talk to me, and I said, "Come on in." I said, "I'm just laying here in the bed." And then he came in and said, "I'll go get you some medication. Here, you can just go buy stuff from the pharmacy. You just go buy whatever you want." And he bought me some. I just took his word for it. They were painkillers. And I took a couple and made it sure took away the pain, boy, let me tell you. And I wasn't high or nothing, it was just the pain went away, which was nice. And I said, wow, that's amazing. That's what was so amazing about it. So then when I finally went to go get my CT scan to find out what's broken, and I made a couple of videos of my back. You'll have to look through them, look through my past videos. You'll see broken back. I don't know if you can search for it, but you'll see right away that the thumbnails are picture of a spine, black and white, like photo of a spine. So you should be able to find those easy. One of them is uh, what my what bones were broken, and the actual CT scan and how it kind of happened there on the step. And then at a later date, month or so later, I did another one video with that photo like that again, but how the bones were healed. And when I went for that CT scan, it was like, man, it's just like how your body can heal like that. But yet yeah, sure, I fell, and you're old guy, your body takes a beating, but yeah, I'm surprised there's no. Well, I've had two operations on my spine already for herniated disc or slip disc or uh, sciatica nerve pain. So, and once you get the operation, it was an instantaneous relief, like instantaneous, because the bulge is taken care of. It's not pinching against that nerve anymore. And just by that stuff, whatever that's called, comes out and pokes right against your nerve. Man, that's amazing. I don't know how big your nerve is, smaller than your little finger around, but it got to come out right against there, and that's pushing on there. That is that much sorrow in your life when that happens like that. Why can't it poke out somewhere else? But I think I'm having those symptoms again, so I'm always susceptible to that probably because I don't think you can push the bulging part or cut the bulging part out of there and sew that up. You can't sew it up. It just there's the crack there that's gonna more is gonna come out of there eventually, sometime or other. Might take several years, but that's the way she goes. Yeah. Well, it's like I don't know. I guess that's why they call them an accident. That's you can't foresee something like that's going to happen. Otherwise, I mean, I didn't know I was going to slip and fall and break my back like that. That would be ridiculous. Eventually, it ruptures. Yes. I don't know. Did you have you had that problem? I've had two of them. L4, L5, and then that was the first one, I think, and then the next one low below that. 6 months later. Okay. So I kept telling my friends, like, I now have a scar on my back. I can't see it, but it's back there where I had the operations. But it's like once you know what it is and you've been maybe had surgery and you've got it fixed or you're trying to fix it some other ways, whatever way, uh, it's just that the stuff in your not the bone, not the vertebrae, the bone, but I mean, it's the stuff in between your actual vertebrae, the part that is spongy, the internal has some stuff in it, you know, this pasty stuff, and it somehow the outer part that's holding it in there, it has cracks in it, develops cracks in there, and that's where this stuff can find its way and find its way out of there. And it just happens to poke right on a nerve, and the nerves go right there where your spine is, right out of your backbone and down the stream, wherever they got to go, to your legs or wherever. And that particular nerve is the one that's well, on me, it was my calf on the outside was like a knife being pushed in there all the time. My butt. What else? I think probably down in toes somewhere, but most of them my calf. And so that's where you would feel it, is down there, and yet the problem is way up in your back. So I always just could dream about somebody poking their finger in there, pushing it in, and I would be fixed. And I thought, well, I'm taking pills and everything else to counteract the pain, and at night it gets to be better, I guess, because you're learn to live with it all day long. But I couldn't stand that, so I said, let's go and get this surgically removed. And then the minute I'm out of the surgery, the nurses are trying to wake me up, and she's saying, "You're okay, sir. You're okay." And so then I woke up, and I I moved my back a little bit. I was laying on my back, and I moved my back a little bit, and I couldn't feel no pain on my leg. And I thought, "Oh wow, that's what a relief!" Just I go to sleep, and I wake up, and I have no pain whatsoever. You have, yeah, ruptured discs. You can call it that. It's all the same. It's where yeah, right where your nerves come out of the spine, the area there is. And when those vertebrae get to be too short, small, then it's like bone on bone hitting each other. It can be that's a different thing, but it's can be still part of a ruptured disc. And I never got mine fused together or nothing, just operated on twice and cut out the part that was pinching against it. I don't know how they would fix it, but I have always felt on that leg ever since I've ever had this, still like a tightening on the calf area. So I know that that's where it's coming from, is from that area of my spine. Still, it could be scar tissue that's causing that. You have to really work that area after your surgery to make sure that you don't develop scar tissue, because that can hurt you worse than the original problem. Yours is worse in your hip, runs down your leg, across the calf, on your foot. Oh, wow. And slams into your hip. Then up to my back. Bone on bone. That's that's got to be horrible. There's nothing you can do about that. I mean, worst case scenario, I suppose you could fuse them together. They put uh, metal in there and screw them together. But yeah, bone on bone. There's nothing you can. Um, I even had one of those invertible things you lay on, and you almost swing upside down to stretch your spine. That's what I had to do. And if it's not to bone on, I don't know what the bone on bone part would help, but when you don't need the bone on bone part, that stretched out my spine. It really felt nice. That's not happening until you can't walk. Getting uh, getting it fixed somehow. You mean that's not in the books until they until you just can't walk anymore. Yeah. Well, you never want to get cut open unless you can help it. It's your body's an amazing piece of machinery that fixes itself, even without surgery. But I mean, even if you do have surgery, your body can fix where it's been cut. But that is a problem in itself. Yeah, sure. It puts scar tissue there, and it's sealed up the area where they cut into you. But there's scar tissue all the way to where down to the points where they cut you open. Like if they cut an inch down, 2 inches down into your skin, 2 inches down into your skin is where the scar tissue happens. And if it's, like I said, right where something bulging stuff would push against your nerves, and they're cutting there, well, because they cut it out, that can have scar tissue. He kept telling me, I guess didn't stress it enough, maybe, about moving that area, like exercising that area, and keep it soft and supple so it doesn't harden up, because your body's trying to heal itself and building scar tissue. Like some people, when they get their a heart surgery, open heart surgery, and then they have to do that again or something later. Well, anyways, what they have found, when they cut them open again a second time, their whole heart is encased in its own little sac that your body makes. It's trying to, even if it's its own heart, it's trying to, or even if it's somebody else's heart, it just it, it tries to seal it off. A foreign object. Anyways, Sandra, did you know I only have a few more days left here? Getting so depressed state. How many days do I have left? Let me just see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On the 10th day, I go. So 10 days from now is May the 5th. That's sad. I feel so sad about going and having to go away. That's interesting. I'll have, I'll have to research that. I don't know what I was talking about. So forgive me. I did hear you say that it was close time for me to go home. Well, moving here Would be easier now that I've been here though, but it's not that easy to move here. The maximum they give you is 180 days, which is 6 months. Then you can go to uh, the government, some government agency, and ask for a 4 year short term um, residency, and it's I think $1,200. I think it's most of the corruption area part of it you pay, and then you pay the rest of the fee to actually do the work, and then you're able to move for 4 years, and I think you can work also if you want to, and then after the 4 years you can apply for a permanent residency, and that's like really cheap, and it's easy to get once you've got the other one. But yeah, you can do that. Yeah. If you just come to Mexico and ask for 6 months, theoretically you can come here, be here for 6 months, go back home, even if it's for 1 minute or 24 hours. You can go away and come back the next day and come for another 160 days or 180 days. I can move here if I want. You have a van. Can't you just drive around? In Canada, yeah, I can just drive around anywhere. Yeah, sure. You bring it all the way to Mexico. I don't know what cities, but Cancun, I've never seen a van like mine. I don't. That's it. Would be a sore thumb stick. It would living in a vehicle in Mexico is not really worth it. It's cheaper. It would be cheaper to live in like rent a house. Renting a house is so cheap. You can get it real cheap. And if you get a temporary residence, then you're allowed to work. Then you should be able to just get like well, wages are so low, but you should be able to get at least a part-time job or doing something, fill your days in. Should be able to survive, especially if you can survive now with how cheap is cheap for like rent and stuff. Well, you should be able to live comfortably in Mexico here with about 1,200 US dollars a month. So if you're making 1,200 US dollars a month, you should be able to live. I don't mean cheaply. I mean frugally. Sometimes you can do some pretty good things, but that's what your basic minimum type uh, Mexican would live on. It's about 1,200 US. So if you're retired and you're making a retirement income is all you get, and it's about that much, you should be and live comfortably in Mexico. Your rent and now if you drive, if you're doing driving and vehicles and all that stuff, well then that's a little. You're going to need a little more, of course. But if you're just taking the bus, or like here in Cancun, taking the bus, you can get rent really cheap. Uh, Shop at the markets and not at like like Soriano and places like that, like big time grocery stores. That's where you'll pay. The little markets and things, you can get food really cheap. You can buy the uh, street vendors that they're on every street corner if you want to eat like street food, tacos and what have you. You are retired. Oh, well, happy belated birthday there. I didn't know it was your birthday. Well, happy birthday. I don't know how your payments work there in your state with like, do they call it like an old age security or an old age um, here in Canada we get you get two payments. One is called the old age security. The hey Daryl, how you doing? Social security, just one payment from the government. In Canada, they give you two: the old age security and the Canada pension plan, and that's all the money you would make to live on that. So any retirement funds that you have that you get, like I said, if it's $1,200 or more, you can live fairly good in Mexico for that kind of money. That's US dollars. So it's double that for Canadian. How the heck are you doing, Daryl? Are you out of town? No, this is a weekday. Unless you have a retirement fund from work. Yeah, I don't even have a retirement fund from any work or any war type incomes. It's just the two incomes that I get per month. And they do give you a raise though. Last time I got a raise, it was 6 cents, just a little more than a nickel. Probably not quite one American nickel. You have added solar. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. So then you can have, did you wire it so like it's into the dash also? Like any kind of 12-volt stuff you got in there that you might be able to, or is that just for the in the tent area and in the back? That's insinuating. It's wired to the back. Okay. Oh, solar for a fridge. Oh, okay. I just got a different fridge. When I get back to Canada, I'll go pick it up there. That's one of my friends who's as a gift. It's brand new, never been opened. So I thought, oh, cool. I'll take it. But it's just the season coming. Warmer weather, you got to have them cold beers or whatever. might change to a canopy with tent on top. What do you mean? I thought that's what you have. Actually, right now, like a canopy on top with a tent on top of that. Is that not what you have? There's what that comes in. I was wondering, Dwayne. Hi, Dwayne. I said, well, how did I miss Dwayne coming in the house here? Oh, it's just a rack. Okay, you're gonna put the whole shell. Yeah, okay, I got you. And then a tent on top of that, so there's no way to get from the inside up to the tent on the inside. You have to still go to get into the tent. You have to go on the outside of the vehicle, climb up the ladder or something, right? It's too bad you couldn't have like an access hole or something, or have it high so that you can just stand up in the bottom. It's like it's like a pop up canopy in the back. He said Dwayne. Oh, that's my Canadian slang. Daryl, pronounced Dwayne. They have those as well, but different company. And your sponsor doesn't have that option. Oh, okay. Yeah, Canadian A, or sorry, I'm, I'm Canadian. Isn't that some of the things they say? Canadians say a lot, and they're they're too polite. Like they always say, "I'm sorry." It's like some other. It's like walking past somebody, like you bump into someone, and they bump into me, and they say they're sorry, or it's the other way around. I say I'm sorry about a boot. Dang Canadians, yeah. Well, at least we got some things that are recognizable. Like there's quite a few of them that I remember. Garage and garage, roof and roof, and sneakers and runners. Like, wash, wash, yeah, wash instead of wash, wash the dishes. I don't know. There must be a place in the U.S. where they actually teach the kids how to say, "Ask me a question, I'll give you the answer." They. I even heard some black people that were a YouTube thing that came out and said, "Can't you guys say ask me? Why do you have to say ax when you know it's spelt the other way and it's just a short word and how do you can't figure it out and blah blah blah." When you hear someone talk like that, you wonder how the heck did they Where did that come from? Yeah, that's right. That's why I like to actually go. That's why I'm staying in Cancun, down in the downtown area, and not like in the hotel strip zone. I wanna know the culture of the people. That's why I went to Xcaret and Chichen Itza and places like that again, just to remind myself. So I was trying to build up more education on the culture of, especially the Mayans. You can sure tell a Mayan, a real Mayan person here in Cancun. They have a shorter statue. Their body is shorter. I was flying my drone at the beach one day, and these three people came over, and the one guy, the son, this is my mom and dad. They want to know about the drone, how much it costs, and what have you. That axe instead of ask is a mystery to me, and it's kind of annoying. Yeah, when you hear it the first time, you want they mispronounced a word. It stands out so profoundly, and then when because how many times you have the word ask in a sentence? Uh, but when you hear it more than once, and like, then you know that that's the way they're using that, and it's only like a three-lettered word only, and they can't change it around in there. Like, it does get annoying after hearing it after a while. Stature. I used to have a bigger vocabulary. I just forget it all. It's like I don't need the storage capacity I had up there anymore. So I just, uh, I can sort of still communicate, or barely. Sharon. Well, hello, hello, hello. So how come? Where did everybody go on Monday? I went to the what do you call that? The room there. Nobody was home. You have the same problem. 9 more days, and it's all over with. Too bad. So sad. Oh, it was postponed until tonight. Well, tonight's it must be over already because it's already 7:46 here. Remembering words. I have the same problem remembering words. I get ridiculed here for my southern accent. Oh, really? Yeah, I guess it all depends on where you are in the world and how people either accept you or I find all those things intriguing. Like, I'm just amazed when I see the smallest, tiniest little Mexican boy or girl, and they're speaking Spanish so fast that I can't even understand them. And they're like, look at this, look at how big you are, and look at how fast you can talk Spanish. I can't get two words together. It's just amazing. People were great with it. Yeah, you can have no accent on the when you're typing. Diane, and saying hello to everyone. Well, hello, Diane. How are you? We're sort of having an open house discussion and what's on your mind. You got anything that's bothering you today? Us hillbillies, you got to stick together, eh? Let's put our heads together and make a rock pile. Come up with something. Yeah. Oh, I don't. I thought it was going to rain today, but it didn't. It started out pretty cloudy. Turned out to be a nice day in the afternoon. All the rest of the day it was really nice. Yes, Daryl, Sandra, Sharon. Wow, Diane. About it's been raining there a lot, 2 to 4 times a week. Sometimes I like the sound of the rain when you're trying to sleep on the roof. Sometimes it even sounded good in the van, as long as you don't got any leaks. Well, I guess maybe you need a lot of moisture in Ohio there. Ground's already, or the river's already high and the ground's soaked too then. Oh, wow. So it's almost got no place to go. Nothing better than rain on a tin roof. Yeah. There you go. And on my particular van, well, I have a solar panel up there. I probably still hear through that. But the roof is made out of fiberglass, so I can still hear it pretty good. I got door open for me. Go Texas accent, but not here in Florida. Say soothing sound. Matter of fact, they say to play that kind of a sound when you have tinnitus, which I do. I have tried uh, almost everything you can to get rid of tinnitus. There's no way in my, to get rid of it, the kind that I have. Everybody, everybody says how cute your accent was. Oh, really? Uh-huh. You do, you know it. Yeah. Oh, two little dots right here. I thought that was part of the text. That's two little dots. Oh, that's the handles of the clothes closet thing there. Yeah, you often wonder, if ever I get a sentence out in Spanish, you wonder what kind of an accent do I have? Because I know I have one. It's just, they're better than the accent, even. Mr. Ron Darrell is in the house. Hello there. Glad you don't have an accent. Yeah. What do you mean? I don't have an accent. Or quiet. Yeah, my stepfather was. He would always talk real quiet. People were always telling him to speak up. like that one fellow that was, well, there are probably a few of them, but that one guy that was on the street, a street person, and his voice was the golden voice, and he when he spoke, it was just like, wow, what a voice. Somebody going down the road with, can't tell if you're too loud or not though. Oh, okay. It's great when the people are slow listeners. I'm a slow listener. Yeah. I was thinking of that selective listener, and then hey, slow listener, that comes right. That's right, part of the deal. But selective listening, you only hear what you want to hear. I don't know what I'm going to do with all my. Make sure I spend all my Mexican pesos. I don't want to take any back with me. Yeah, selective selective hearing is, yeah. With a broken voice box. Yeah, it's funny how you get that selective listening. Yeah, that's called a spouse, eh? Yeah, something's the matter there. It's too bad. The neither of the sexes is obsolete yet. Close in for certain things. So that's what I when I do get back to the Alberta, I got to make sure I got my heater going again still, because it's probably still going to get cool at nights. What did you do? Sounds like fireworks or something going on. Twice for you tonight. Yeah, that's got to be fireworks. Can't be gunfire. Oh, diesel heater. Yeah, I have a diesel heater that's 5 years old. Been working perfectly. Well, every time I use it. Ha. There was a male wanted to be female on TV today who claimed he had a period. No way. Whose wife was always so young uh, and yelling at me and turning up a hearing aid. She would leave. Oh man. That's the whole trick. That's that's what the old lady said. Yeah. When she sees her husband moving out in the backyard, so what do you do? He says, get up and shoot him again. See, that's got to be fireworks. Mansplaining. Got to be gunfire. Yeah, no kidding. It's pretty fast though. So it must be machine gun fire. But that could be also, that could be true. You have hearing loss in high sounds. So women Easy to tune out ducking with some more fireworks. So easy to tune them out, eh? Define it. I know how to get you to hear me just fine. When a man explains something that you already know to you as though you are a child, can you hear the fireworks? Mansplaining. He's explaining it to you a second time, but telling you like you're a child. That's what that is. They're both on your case. Well, no, the answer is there now. Mansplaining up. Yeah. There's the answer. When the guy he has to explain it to you twice, but he doesn't know it. He thinks it's the first time, but he's explaining it to you like you're a little kid and you don't understand it yet. Holy smokes! What's all the gunfire going on? I'm not on your case. Sharon asked me for a definition. There you go. It's all Sharon's fault. And I couldn't help you there, Ron. It's good to think twice before doing it a second time. Yeah. Sharon asked. All right. You know you're right. And Sandy are both on your case, are they? Says, yeah, but I don't mean it though. Got my fingers crossed. What's not a good time to have coffee after what time late at night? I drink coffee at midnight. But some people say you shouldn't be drinking coffee after a certain time or something. Keep you up all night. But I feel like I gotta have one. So maybe after I sign off, I'll go make myself one. I know. Oh, how well I know. And you'll wonder why we don't why we don't believe you. Coffee doesn't bother you, no? No, some people, I just hear some people were saying, they keeps them up all night or something, or can't drink caffeine at that time of night. Coffee doesn't bother me. Maybe it does, and I don't know it, but my friend, I live in my friend's house here. He runs one of the dentist's office clinics. They're having their baby today, either today or tomorrow. Today or tomorrow. He's not home yet, so this could be like a regular night for him, though. He usually doesn't get home any night until late anyway. But they're gonna have their baby. He said either today or tomorrow. The dogs are going at it. Who let the dogs out? And that's the thing. They don't get out. They're just sitting in their own front yard. They might be able to see the other dog across the street, but that's about it. Some of them I asked, the owner comes out and they'll let them out onto the street walking around, but they don't come running over and sniff on you and bite you. So I'm taking it they're friendly. They sure look mean when they're barking, though. Their tails are going, but that doesn't mean anything, does it? Coffee doesn't bother you. Well, I don't know, Jan. I don't know if coffee bothers me or not. I should plug in my camera, power it up. Do that tonight. Got to keep the drones powered up as much as I possibly can. Your grandson was bit a couple of weeks ago. Just finished his rabies shot. Holy. Those must be horrible or something. That's I've heard anyway. Or not fun. Why did you have to get those? Like just because to be safe on the safe side, or did they know that something was wrong with the dog, or well, he didn't say what he was bit by, but Is a wild animal? Well, yeah, sure. Dog owner had not yet taken it to the vet. Oh, okay. Yeah. Too bad, eh? That they don't think of those things. The dog doesn't know. You got to rely on your owner to know all those. I'm sorry, to know all those things. Did did you do that? Yeah, I know. Turned out the owner. Oh, it's also his boss. All right. Did you set up your tent now? Yeah, and the so then you still have the diesel heater. See, those are the real. I've had when I had my Amazon affiliate account, I sold 30 of those through my Amazon affiliate account. 30 diesel heaters. No, I'll have to take a one do. Oh, yeah, I can't beat diesel heaters. Nice, perfectly dry. Uh, that's what I've had in my van for 5 years now. And I've had, I don't know, plenty of arguments with people that use other means. I said, there is no other means any that even comes close. And I know I do have one video out there. It's an old one already, 4 or 5 years old, but it explains about how much fuel you're burning, how much power you're using. Right down, you can calculate down to the drop that you're using of fuel and how much that's going to cost you and how long you could run that. And that's the one video that I put out that the music in the background is almost louder than my voice. And I've had a few complaints on it, and I can't take the music out of it anymore. In order to, in order to, I could redo the whole video, not redo it, but you see, I don't even know where I could get a copy without having the voice with the music in it. I don't have the original anymore. Yikes! Yeah, I'll have to. But I'd like to remake it, and so people can benefit from it. Did you both advance your belts? our lesson tonight. Did you advance your belts? You sure tell when someone walks by. It changes from a steady bark to like a time thing, and then back to the steady barking again. No, off to take a 1, 2. Right. There was something in StreamYard I was going to attempt to try out tonight, but I can't remember what it was. So, no sense. And um, you know, Daryl, do you know Line Screw? I don't know what his real name is. He's from BC. He's a YouTuber. Line Screw One. Um, I just seen a video he put out here the other day about the uh, Bud Bud Light beer. I have a I have a short video on a Bud Light commercial where the horse farts and blows up the girl's head. And I was thinking after that, the Bud Light incident, I wonder if it got any thumbs down. So I should go have a look at that. Never thought of that. Meds time. I think yes, I did take my meds, and I can fill up my dispensary thing there one more time. And that should take me to the time when I gotta go back. Meds time. Then the older you get, the more meds you take. Morning, evening, sometimes afternoon. Yeah, so is there anybody that knows the answer? What does this one do? I don't know what the button does. I don't want to click on certain things for fear that I'm changing something. That's where they should have like an editor window where you do all your editing in the editor screen and then transition, put that up, pop that on, and that's what the people see. But have the editor screen as something you can click on, build on, and do whatever you want to without going live with it right away. And being able to make the screen, your camera screen smaller, resize it. I think this is the smallest I can make it unless there's two people on. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. None of that. None of that. None of these do anything. Okay. So that's it. You are stuck with that size. When you do layers, oh, that's wow. Hey, full screen. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't see that was a full screen there. That's cool. Layouts. That's when you can make your camera whatever size you want to. Yeah, okay. So there, okay. Can move that over there. And save. Save as new layout. You can manage your layouts from the settings. Oh, really? Oh, that's from a layout. Okay. New layout and edit layout. Okay. And I can then get to that from settings. Layouts. Here we go. Righto. Does what we're looking for. Then you can put a background in here, I suppose. What about add item? Nope. Be right back. Meds time. Now, settings, layouts, and oh, it's just automatic. Could play with that all night. Might be something there. But I think I'm going to go and get myself a coffee. And it's been an hour and a half, so I think that's a good amount of time to be on for a live stream. I got my point across. uh, that's what we'll do, guys. We will end the live stream here at the 1 hour and 32 minutes, which was a good success. Nice of you all to come in. Love you all. It's nice to see you guys again. And maybe next time we'll have a coffee break together. Give her the thumbs up. That's one thing I always do. Even if I don't chat too much on the live streams, I always give the thumbs up. And just remember to you guys to always be kind, stay cool, and stay awesome. And stay Nomadic Outlaws. Subscribe to Nomadic Van Man. You automatically become a Nomadic Outlaw. See the t-shirt? Nomadic Outlaw t-shirt. Stop in the merch store and pick yourself one up. Anyways, guys, thank you all for popping in and spending the time out of your day to watch my humble live stream. And sorry, Sharon, I didn't know you were out there, but I am going to head out to go and make myself a coffee, and been on for an hour and a half, and I guess we're going to call her an evening. What do you mean what do you mean, Wayne, by we're going to call her an evening? Well, that's just how the Canadians say that when they want to end their live stream. They say we're going to call her an evening. And nice of you to come in, Sharon. Anyway, sorry I missed the thing. I didn't know it was tonight, but I also missed it. So probably all the notifications on my phone. I'll have to go check it out and see what happened there. I don't usually get notifications, but anyways, love yous all, and stay awesome. Be kind. We'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully, it's my last one from Cancun is on this Sunday live stream. So it'll be my last one. I might pop up one or two more. There's only got 9 more days and I'm gone. Stay awesome, guys.